So the Baal Bitachon, the person who has Bitachon, faith, trust in Hashem, he has another advantage over the alchemist. The alchemist is always afraid of the king that he might get caught for doing his con game, and therefore he's afraid of everybody that they might find out about his illegal business. So therefore, even though he's rich, he's always looking over his shoulder. But a person who has bitachon, he trusts in Hashem, and he's not worried, he's not afraid of anything, and he knows that whatever is supposed to be. We heard many stories of people who were in legal businesses, who got turned into the authorities. You know, they went through a lot of fear even while they were doing their business, and they can never really relax and enjoy their wealth. A person who trusts in Hashem, he's not afraid of people, he's only afraid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's a story with Rav Yehuda Ades, his grandfather of Avram Ades, who lived in Syria many years ago. He was going on a short trip, and he went by donkey. One donkey was for him, and one donkey was for the guide. So an Arab donkey driver felt that he was the monopoly in the area, and he was upset why this rabbi hired a Jewish donkey driver. He should have hired him. So the Arab threatened the rabbi, waving his hand, saying, "Wait till we get to the desert, I'll show you for going in behind my back and hiring somebody else." So the Arab found a different passenger, and both groups, they went into the desert. The rabbi was not scared. He just said he wasn't afraid. Hashem has a strong arm, and just like the Jews got through the desert before, I'll also get through the desert. It's not a big deal. And then when the Arab driver was standing by his donkey, all of a sudden, the donkey got zachman, he went crazy, and he started kicking. He stuck his leg out, and he kicked the Arab guy, and he broke his ribs. So he's laying on the floor, groaning, crying of pain for the rest of the trip, and ended up asking the rabbi for mehillah. He asked the rabbi, I'm sorry, and he took it as a sign that he did the wrong thing. So we see that, look, how a person is Baal Bitachon, he trusts in Hashem, and he's not worried, no matter what people threaten him, people say, wait till I get you, watch what's going to happen, all this stuff. He knows if Hashem doesn't want it to happen, it won't happen. So therefore, he's only afraid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We know that he said, the rabbi said, just like the Jewish people left Mitzrayim, they weren't afraid. Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't afraid of the Egyptians. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was in charge. Even though the Egyptians were the most powerful people, nonetheless, they were not afraid. Just like we went in the desert before we came out, I'll come out again also. There's another story with the Ephraim Waxman, she lived a long life. He said about the Lubavitch Rebbe, Yosef Yitzchak, who lived in communist Russia. So the KGB used to interrogate, threaten people, torture people. So they came one time to the rabbi holding a gun, and they waved it around in front of him saying, this toy made a lot of brave people very afraid. You should be afraid of us. And the rabbi said, their toy doesn't scare him. It only frightens somebody who believes in one world and many gods. I believe in one God and two worlds. So put away your toy. Meaning to say, I'm not afraid. You kill me now, I'm going to die in Kiddush Hashem. I'm going to go to Olam Haba in the highest parts of Gan Eden. Should I be scared of you? This world is not, you're going to take me faster to Olam Haba. Olam Haba is just temporary. You who believe there's only one world, so this toy makes people scared. You're right, but I'm not scared. I'm afraid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So therefore he wasn't intimidated, and the officer backed off. He never saw a person not be afraid of him and his gun. So a person has to realize that you're able to overcome any enemy, all based if you have bitachon, and to realize that these enemies, they're all messengers of Hashem, and if they're not supposed to hurt you, they can talk all they want, they're not going to hurt you. So therefore a person has to have zechut, has to have merit, has to have bitachon, and once a person believes in this, his whole reality will change. Instead of having anxiety and fear and thinking twice and saying, what's going to be, I'm scared, I don't know, this guy threatened me, he said he's going to do this to me. Person has bitachon, even people, even animals, he won't be afraid of. He'll be only afraid of who? HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We know that Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, and Daniel, he wasn't afraid. He felt constantly he was the protection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And what? And the pasuk says, "Yipol mitzilcha elef, v'rava mimecha elecha lo yigash." 1,000 will fall victim to your side, and a myriad at your right hand, and it shall not approach. To you will not approach. So you see, the pasuk says, because you said Hashem is your protection, so Hashem will protect you, and you have bitachon b'zchut this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will protect you from any enemy. So therefore, any situation you come to, you say, I don't know, should I get involved in this deal, should I not? I don't know, this business, there's a lot of people, competition, they might get out to get me, I don't know, this guy threatened me, should I do it or should I not? At the end of the day, a person should not learn to live in fear of people. He should only live to fear in HaKadosh Baruch Hu and have emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He should say, why should I choose to be worried of him? I should rely on